Hi guys, David Davis and Brexit. The Tory MP said back in 2012 that if a democracy cannot change its mind, it ceases to be a democracy. But of course he was against a second Brexit referendum. On Brexit itself, he said that there will be no downsides to Brexit, only a considerable upside. Now, David arrived as a negotiator on behalf of the UK government and turned up without a pen or a piece of paper when he met with Michel Barnier. At the time, a Brexiteer YouTuber claimed that this was because the EU would do the begging, as they needed Britain more than Britain needed them. So this brings us to Northern Ireland and the protocol and the hard-headed defence of Brexit. Here David basically says if English, Welsh and Scottish businesses are struggling, it's because they aren't as good as the Irish. Have a listen.
We've got Northern Ireland coming back on the agenda. We were told Brexit was done.
That's a good example.
It isn't. Given the Prime Minister's precarious position, is it really wise to pick a fight with the European Union over Northern Ireland?
Well, to some extent, actually, the person to read on this in many ways is David Frost, who I thought was actually a very good negotiator. It's a pity he went.
He went because he didn't want to deal with the problems that he had created. And if he was such a wonderful negotiator, then why is he trashing his own deal now? But let's continue.
But he will tell you that he actually tried to get the European Union on board for a review of the status of the protocol, because the protocol is plainly not working. It's added 27% to the transport costs of things going into Northern Ireland.
Well, hold on, if it's plainly not working, why is Northern Ireland the only part of the United Kingdom other than London which is now above its pre-pandemic economic activity?
Yeah, okay, but that's a reflection, frankly, of the Northern Irish doing a good job for themselves.
But this is the...
So the Northern Irish are succeeding because they're good at business. So that obviously means that, well, if you're a Scottish business person, you're a Welsh business person, you're an English business person, and you're struggling at the moment, it's nothing to do with Brexit. It's because you're incompetent. You need to brush up on your business skills. Maybe you need to look at the Northern Irish and pick up a few pointers. We have a Tory MP, Brexiteer, insulting his own constituents. Can you imagine you're a business person who's struggling at the moment, and your work and your business is in David Davis' constituency. You're trying to export stuff and you can't do it, and you're listening to this, and he's basically saying, well, you're probably a bit crap at business, while the Northern Irish are good at it. That's why they're succeeding. Nothing to do with their access to the single market.
The Northern Irish have always been there, but now they're in the single market for the EU, and they're in the British single market as well. They're doing very well.
See him shaking his head. It's a fact. Northern Ireland and London are outperforming other parts of the United Kingdom. And David Davis's response is he's shaking his head. No. I don't agree with facts. It's a fact. It's not an opinion. It's a fact.
Looking at reports from manufacturers in Northern Ireland, they rather like the situation now.
Some do.
Well, enough to give Northern Ireland a boost.
Not the 20-odd who've ceased selling to the rest of the UK because of...
20. There are hundreds of businesses in Northern Ireland. And you're focusing on 20 who are... Look, I never said that the protocol was perfect, but it mitigates part of the damage of Brexit. And it has mitigated it to a stage that Northern Ireland is outperforming other parts of the United Kingdom, with the exception of London. And David Davis says, but there are 20 businesses that are suffering. Yes, there are hundreds of businesses that are benefiting, who's seeing a rise in their business. And David said, but we need to get rid of this protocol because 20 are not. And remember, those businesses were probably okay before Brexit came along. Like, Brexit changed all of this. It was not necessary to do this, but Boris Johnson and his Brexiteers wanted a border down the Irish Sea. This is the consequence of that. Now, some businesses are doing very well, some are not, but once again, the problem here is that David Davis is basically saying, yes, but if businesses are doing well, it's because they're really good at business. If businesses are doing badly, it's because of the protocol. And the fact, of course, he ignores that, businesses in Scotland, in Wales, in England would bite your hand off if they could have something like the protocol. So here we have a Tory Brexiteer insulting his own constituents, insulting business leaders in Britain, in Great Britain, and ignoring the facts. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.